Welcome, my name is Jacob. This is a how to do chair yoga class, a beginner or intro level chair yoga class. We're going to slow it down a bit, explain some of the postures for those who might have never done a practice before. If you like this class, don't forget to hit the red subscription button. That will notify you of all my future releases. And for those who want to support financially, there is a PayPal link in the description below. So let's start today by sitting up tall, closing the eyes, and focusing on the breath. For those who find closing the eyes too much, you can keep the eyes open and keep looking at one spot. We're breathing in and out through the nose. Long inhales, smooth exhales. If you start getting caught up in your mind on, am I doing this right, or how should I be breathing, just drop into the sensation, the feeling of the breath. Make it big. Bring the breath more into the rib cage, less into the belly. Today we're going to use the breath and the body to try to focus the mind. Come into some unity. With the eyes closed or open, let's bring our hands to a prayer position. And focus your attention to the palms touching one another. Big breath into the heart. With an inhale, open the eyes. Exhale. We're going to move with the breath. Inhale, arms float up. Depending on your ability, maybe arms come all the way up, if not, hands to shoulders. And then exhale, hands back to prayer. Inhale, arms float up, some passing parrots. And exhale, hands to heart center. For those who can't lift the arms high, inhale, maybe one or both sides just come up to about this high. And exhale, hands to heart center. If you're okay with extending the arms, extend the arms up. Reach the fingers high to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Remember to listen to the body. You can leave something out or pause the video if you're not sure and watch it. We're going to open the legs nice and wide and do our variation of sun salutation. Surya Namaskar. Feet a little bit wider than the hips. Shift yourself to the edge of the chair. Make sure if you've got a wheelie chair or a chair that's on a slippery surface that you're not going to flip off of the chair. So inhale, arms float up. Option to hands just the shoulders. And then exhale, we're folding forward. First variation, let's walk the hands down the legs to support ourselves. Coming down as far as you can, drop the head. Inhale, let's come back up. You can use the hands up the legs for support. Come all the way back up and then float the arms as high as you can go. Exhale, let's bring the hands back to center. Big inhale. Inhale, keep inhaling, arms float up. Exhale, fold forward. If it's easy for you to fold forward, then don't walk the hands down the legs, just hands to prayer and drop the head. If your low back can't handle this, bring the hands back to the legs. Inhale, let's come back up. If you can do this without hands on legs, then use the hands in prayer and then bring the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. However it's right on, it looks on your body is right, yeah? Big inhale, arms float up. You might find a little back bend, hands behind the shoulders, but keep the chin slightly tucked in, looking forward. Exhale, I'm folding forward. I'm not touching the legs, but you could use that if you want the support of walking the hands down the legs. Inhale, let's come to flat back, bring the hands to your shins, look between the toes, and then exhale, ragdoll, drop the head. Inhale, we're coming back up, hands to prayer, bring yourself up, and then float the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Ooh, I'm getting warm already. So I'm going to show a little easier variation if you're finding this too difficult. So inhale, hands to shoulders or hands extended all the way up if that's okay on your body. Exhale, I'm coming down, walking the hands down the leg. Drop the head as much as you can. And then inhale to flat back. Reach out to the tail and the top of the head. Exhale, ragdoll, drop the spine. My hands are still on my legs to support. Inhale, walking the hands back up. And then arms float up. Exhale, hands come down. Good. Let's try a little twist of the spine. Inhale, hands to shoulders. Lift the elbows up and back. And then exhale, we'll twist to one side. Inhale, let's come back to center. And exhale, twisting to the next side. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. If you want a little bit more arm strengthening and you have room, inhale. In the space that you're practicing, you could extend the arm straight. Otherwise, hands could stay on those shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, twist back to the first side. Let's try to breathe through the nose. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we're twisting to the next side. Inhale to center. One more each side. Exhale. If you need to take a break at any point, that's okay. Inhale to center. And exhale. Inhale. Let's bring our hands down into the back of the chair, opening the chest. So bend your elbows. Lift the heart, lift the chest, shoulders back. You can raise the chin slightly, but don't pull the head all the way back. Still looking forward. Whenever you notice that you're not focused on the breath, that you're thinking about something else, that moment come back to the breath, using this breath as a tool of mindfulness. I'm using the breath to stretch my chest, my rib cage. I'm going to stop talking for a few rounds of breath, so see if you can do the same. Show off your breath in your rib cage. Beautiful. Exhale, let's release. Good. We're going to look at a variation of a warrior. So I'm turning to one side and stepping that foot back as much as I can. Make sure you're on the edge of the chair. That back leg can be bent. Some people might be able to straighten it more. Keeping the hips forward. Hands can be on your thigh or even holding onto the chair if you need that stability. Pull your low belly in. So we're protecting the low back. Really draw the navel in towards the spine. This activation protects the back, strengthens your core. Hands could stay on your support, or maybe one arm comes up. At any point, if you come into it and realize, ooh, this is too much, then you back off to a place of no pain. And we're breathing. If this is easy for you, if you feel stable and supported, extend the arms up. Now, the non-chair variation of this posture, crescent lunge or warrior, would be without the chair, supporting herself on her legs. So let's power up the legs, push down through the feet so we feel some activity in the legs. 3 more breaths here. If you're saying, whoa, my shoulders, this is too much, hands come back down to the shoulders or down to your support. And exhale, let's bring the hands down. Good work. We're coming back to center and then coming over to the next side. I'm on the edge of my chair. The leg that's in the front, I'm sliding that back, coming into a lunge. You can power up by pushing out through the heel, hands on thighs or holding onto the back of the chair in your thigh. Pull the belly in, staying here if that's right for you today, or extending the arm. And a lot of these things might not come the first time. They come with repetition and practice. That hand could be extended, or maybe 2. Keep drawing the low belly in so that you're not falling into your low back. You're activating your core. 3 more breaths, and that breath is moving the rib cage. Very good. And exhale, bring those hands back down if they're up. And we're coming back to the center here. Let's look at opening the hips with pigeon pose. For this one, I'm taking the right ankle across the knee. Now, maybe you just went, my body doesn't do that. And a few of my subscribers have said that. I can't do that. So a good variation for this is crossing the ankle. Yeah. If you can get the foot up, you can. Bring it to there. If you're that variation, stay with that today. Let's all engage the foot by pulling the toes back to our knee and pushing out through the heel. It will look like this if the foot is up high. And then inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, we're folding forward. We're looking for a stretch in the hip. Again, the foot could be just on top of the knee here. Notice the intensity of this in your body. If you need to back off, it's okay. Notice where the mind is and come back to the breath. 3 more breaths here. Inhale, bringing yourself back up, uncrossing the legs, and we'll change sides. So we're bringing that ankle onto the knee, or if your variation or the side is more something like this, great. Push through the heel, pull the toes back. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, we're folding forward. We're looking to feel this in the hips. If you're feeling this in the knee, you can back off. 3 more good breaths here. And inhale, bringing yourself back up. Forgot to mention this, but if you need the arms to support yourself to bring yourself back up, use those supports on crossing the legs. Let's revisit this posture. So coming back to the first side, I'm going to bring my foot up to the knee. Really flex the foot. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, fold forward. Hands could stay on the ankles and the knees. Some of us might be able to reach out forward. If your belly is stopping you from coming forward, you could lift it up a little bit to create some space in this forward fold. Let's drop the head. Big, big breaths here. Inhale, bringing yourself back up. Exhale, uncross the legs. Let's come to the next side. Inhale, crossing the ankle. And just a reminder, if this doesn't work for you, your variation is down here. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, folding forward. Hands could stay on the ankle or the knee, or we're draping the arms down towards the ground, releasing the head. Lots of parrots today. Big breath. And inhale, bringing yourself back up. Very good. Exhale, come back onto your chair if you're forward. Hold on to one side of the chair with your hand. Inhale, other arm reaches up, and we're arching like a crescent moon, reaching over. Gaze can stay forward. If that's too much pressure on your neck, I want you to look down. If that's okay for you, another variation is to look up. Bring your nose towards your elbow or your armpit, looking to the ceiling. Feeling the breath deep and navel drawing towards the spine. Inhale, bringing yourself back up. Exhale, drop the hand down. Hold on to the next side. Inhale, other arm reaches up and over. The less stressful neck variation is looking down or forward. Those who feel okay with that in the neck, look up. Reach the fingers up and over. Make sure you're not bending the arm. You've got some extension. For those who are like, whoa, this is too much for my shoulder, then hand to the shoulder. Yeah? Or even hand to hip. That's another variation. Just finding the variations that are right for you. Not trying to force the body into positions. Inhale, let's bring ourselves back up. And exhale, bringing your hand down. Let's look at a twist. So inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, we're twisting to one side, bringing the hand to knee or hip, or maybe even to the back of the chair. Inhale, you're finding length in the spine. Exhale, twisting, and you're looking, bringing the twist into the neck, so looking behind you. As I look behind me, I see potential rain clouds coming and a little bit of blue sky. Big, big breaths. Feel the breath moving the rib cage. Three more breaths. Another way to keep the mind focused is to count your breaths. And inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, let's turn to the next side. Holding on to either knee or hip. Some of you might have armrests, or to the back of the chair. Inhale, make the spine long. And exhale, twisting, looking over the back shoulder. Maybe you're looking to see if rain clouds are coming towards you. Big breaths. So one of the things that you can use to gauge in your practice if it's too much is if you can't breathe smoothly. So if you're breathing shallow or sharply, then maybe back off to a place where you can breathe moderately. Again, this practice doesn't all come in a day. It's a repetition. It's looking at what the body is doing each day. Inhale, bringing yourself back to center. Nice. A little bit of feet love. Inhale, lift those heels. And exhale, drop the heels down. Now we're picking up just the toes. So inhale, pick up the toes. And exhale, back down. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift the toes. Let's do a few more of those. Lifting the heels. Drop it down. Lift the toes. If you don't have a lot of mobility in the feet, you're doing as best as you can. Maybe you're wiggling your toes or spreading the toes, picking up the heels. If your legs aren't mobile, you could even pick up with your arms, picking up each foot. See if you can get the foot to just move a little bit, working the ankles. And let's do a few more of those, either lifting up toes and heels variation. The yoga practice is about finding what's right for you. And it's difficult when you're walking off of a video to see if the teacher is recognizing that maybe something isn't right for you. So just steering and navigating, taking some responsibility from this video on what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Good. We'll come to stillness. Open and close the hands. Spread those fingers wide. Let's weave the fingers. Exhale, push out through the palms, drop your head. Inhale, you're lifting the arms to the sky. This is also I find very different from person to person. Some people can straighten their arms. Some people need a big bend to the arms. Some people maybe are here. 3 more breaths. And exhale, release those hands down. You can rest your hands on your thigh. Feel the spine growing tall and long. Pull the chin slightly in towards your neck. If eyes closed is too scary for you, keep the eyes open. We're going to do a little bit of breath work. I want you to exhale completely. Inhaling through the nose for 3. Big inhale. 2. 1. Let's hold at the top for 3. Holding the breath. 2. You're relaxed as you're holding. 1. Exhale. 3. 2. 1. Hold at the bottom. 3. 2. Relax the body. 1. Inhale smoothly. 3. Fill up the belly. Fill the low lungs, upper lungs. Pause at the top. Finding peace and stillness as we hold. Smooth exhale. Exhale all the breath. And hold. Big inhale. And hold. Exhale. And hold. Inhale, fill the belly, the lungs. And hold. Exhale. And hold. Breathing in and out through the nose. You can let go of that exercise. The breath is soft. If you're starting to slouch, try to lift the spine, make it long. Relaxing the shoulders, allowing the focus to come into yourself, being as present as possible. Stay with the breath. If you find your mind chasing thoughts, just come back to the breath. Compassionately reroute the focus to the breath. Smooth inhale and smooth exhale. I'm going to stay here in silence for about 3 minutes. With the eyes closed, bring your hands to prayer. And we'll finish our practice with 3 big breaths to the heart. Take a big exhale. With the inhale, filling the chest and heart as much as possible. And exhale, send that out. With the inhale, fill your heart with love. And exhale, send it out. Inhale, fill the heart with compassion and peace. And exhale, send that out. Slowly open the eyes. I hope you found some value to this practice. The truth within me acknowledges the truth within you. Namaste.